Alright everyone, it's time to talk about Twitter because they've got a little bit of an ongoing issue there, a bit of a lack of functionality it seems for some users. It sort of depends whether they're a new user, an older user, or they have a blue check mark. There's a data limit right now on the site, which is, by the way, blocked ChatGPT and other services from accessing Twitter's data, which on that end, I think it's a good thing. They should probably look into a different methodology for doing so, but at this time, Elon Musk has dropped the hammer to prevent what he calls data scraping on the site. Nonetheless, he's also engaged in his usual dry humor, and some people, I think, took it too seriously, and somehow it's gotten into the legacy media. I think that they're hoping that the average Joe public or random person doesn't know enough about Twitter to understand the Elon Musk's sometimes unhelpful brand of humor. And that's what it is. If Elon Musk is making one mistake right now, it's messaging. It's not necessarily site functionality. I see, for example, no change. I've got a blue check mark though, so I guess my data limit is higher. I can read more posts. Well, it's going to take me an awful long time to go through 10,000 Twitter posts, so I have a feeling that I won't be able to hit that 24-hour limit anytime soon because I've got other things to do. I do like Twitter. I like the e-drama that goes on there. It's very helpful as a content creator to have a relatively large following on the site, certainly for promoting books. Hey, I'm doing a live stream, here's the link. I enjoy Twitter for that purpose, and it is demonstrably and totally better under Musk's leadership than it ever was formerly. It's been a long time since Twitter had been functional prior to the Musk era. It was a censorship hellhole. It was one of the most censored websites on the mainline web. So that being said, though, useful and helpful as though it can be, if people are experiencing effectively a site outage and feel compelled to pay $8 a month for the blue check mark that leftists still ridicule as though it was cringe. I noticed that you used to have a lot of respect for verification back when it meant that Twitter agreed with your political views. All of a sudden, once it no longer meant that, now it was cringe. Oh, you paid to criticize me. Well, tell it to somebody who cares. I mean, I'm sorry if you can't afford the $8 per month, and there's some big, thanks to Bidenomics, it's a reasonable expectation for a large part of the user base. But I mean, if you're just doing it out of principle, what principle? Owning Elon, the evil, right? Again, Orange Man bad, but Elon Musk is trying for runner-up status in the small minds, the smooth brains of the left at this time. What I see, though, and this is the most important part of this Twitter drama, is legacy media propaganda regarding Twitter. For example, go check out Fox News right now. What is literally on their main website, what is the top story? Well, it's this story. What does it actually say? Read it for yourself. I'm not even going to bother reading it out for you. You'll be amazed when you see the level of propaganda being aimed at Twitter right now by the legacy media. And you know why they're doing that? Because they want to fuck Twitter. Because they're afraid that Twitter is actually going to remain relatively free speechy at a time when the Uniparty is already having trouble controlling the proles. They're having trouble controlling the words, thoughts, and actions of the peasants, and they're worried that Twitter might be used for political organization. It might be used for activism of some sort. It might be used to spread awareness of a news topic they'd rather cover up. You'll note that Hunter Biden has trended an awful lot of times on Twitter. When's the last time that Hunter Biden was viral on YouTube? Ask yourself that question, derive an answer that best fits that situation, and you'll know what I'm talking about. They're fucking afraid of Twitter. Why do you think that Elon Musk keeps suffering personal attacks from the legacy media? Twitter is not doing anything more screwy than other sites occasionally do. You've had massive data leaks, you've had hacks, you've had shakeups in corporate structure, you've had outages and glitches and all manner of problems internet-wide for the entirety of the internet. It's a normal thing for a site to experience problems. Now, again, the problem boils down with Musk's response to messaging. If you're going to say, hey, our site is getting scraped by a bunch of bots, so we're limiting the number of posts that can be seen in order to block them from doing so, that's perfectly fine. Following up by claiming that it's because you want people to go outside more because they're tech addicted, that part didn't go over so well. I can imagine why some people are like, what the fuck are you even talking about? You're the CEO of the site. How do you think the investors feel, by the way? If Elon Musk is committing one sin right now, it's mixed messaging. not the site's actual functionality. Again, for a blue checkmark user like myself, I don't know about the phone experience, I always use desktop myself, it has no impact because I don't care. As a content creator, it makes sense for me to pay the $8 a month for the benefits that Twitter Blue, for example, gives me. Soon, YouTube's probably going to be blocking people from using the site at all unless they sign up for YouTube Premium or they're willing to watch 10 ads in a row. Is the legacy media going to complain about that? I dare say they probably won't. Not unless a bunch of users on the site with major audiences raise an enormous fucking stink and pressure YouTube to stand down, after which they'll do a thesis antithesis synthesis sort of thing and half-ass it and whiff it as usual. YouTube has done that a number of times, you'll notice, and Razorfist was correct about them slowly transmogrifying into an on-demand service. Hell, I'm so algorithmically demoted. For all intents and purposes, for any new audience members, I do not exist on YouTube anymore. If you're watching this video, there's a 99.9% chance you're already subscribed because ain't nobody else seeing dick. I'm blocked from trending in the first day, and then thereafter, when it's released, it's algorithmically buried by a bunch of priority content that always had priority to begin with under the same search terms. Twitter treats me even-handedly, as long as I'm willing to pay $8 a month. I don't care about that. I would say that Musk should probably improve the messaging. While people that are on the site, and they understand your kind of sense of humor, appreciate the wryness. It's effectively a meme. Well, go touch grass. Oh, I'm limiting Twitter so that you'll go outside more, as though those people so tech-obsessed won't simply start using Instagram or something like that the second that their data limit is exceeded. He knows that that's not the case. He knows that nobody's actually going to do that. Half the population is too mentally crippled to go outside for any real purpose anymore. They're not capable of enjoying walking through nature without earbuds in and their phone in front of them, watching a video while they're walking through the woods. When they're watching a video on hiking adventures or on flowers when there are flowers all around them. I've seen it. I realize that people are emotionally diseased right now in many parts of the urban world. He knows, though, that that's not the case. I appreciate the humor. I understand that it's a humorous reference, but that's because I'm a regular Twitter user who understands a bit about Elon Musk. The legacy media is counting on 90% of the population don't use Twitter. And so to them, and those are the new users you're presumptively hoping to get aboard your site, they'll take it seriously. The legacy media propaganda saying that Elon Musk is trying to destroy his own site and shit rings true to those people. They're not familiar enough with the site and its functionality. And Twitter has been growing massively lately. Twitter hasn't gotten this much attention since the last couple of months for like 10 years. It was a big thing. It starts off with a bang, and then it normalizes, and it slowly grows over time, but it never became as big as like YouTube or Insta or Facebook. It was almost a secondary sort of mainline website. Big, but not the too big to fail club. It's slowly getting to that point because of Elon Musk, but that his messaging on this particular issue sucks while a bunch of users are disenfranchised. Indirectly, it also impacts people like me. I've got the Twitter Blue. Data rates don't affect me. I'm mainly a content creator. I use Twitter in part simply to start internet debates over politics. But if half of my audience on Twitter cannot use it as regularly, I'm getting less engagement too. It's something that needs to be fixed. The legacy media's propaganda is entirely taking advantage of the ignorance of part of the public, but Musk does need to focus on messaging. Not everything can be an on-site meme if you wish to reach out to more people and get them to use your website. That's about all. Peace out.